really well-grown plants, unusual plants, half the price of the garden centre. So if you're developing your garden, come here on Thursdays 9 till 12. And again, still on the left here, you see the rock garden, which is a dry garden growing various succulents and other plants suitable for dry conditions. During the day, the rocks absorb the heat from the sun and slowly release it overnight, giving ideal warm growing conditions for the plants. And the lakes were developed in the early 1980s to bring wildlife into the garden and to provide a wetland area. You can buy seeds to feed the ducks from the visitors centre. Now we're passing the African garden, very colourful at the moment, a lot of ice plants, pink and purple ice plants, and lots of aloes. This is to show you what you can grow in Auckland. And on the left here we've got the Potter's Children's Garden. This is an area designed to inspire and interest children and encourage them to enjoy learning about plants. Thousands of children come to classes here during the school year. And if it's of any interest, it was opened by King Charles. It was then Prince Charles, way back I think in the 70s. We just have to wait for the bollards to go down and we can go into the gardens. Very busy today, lots of people around. On the right of the train we've got Blossom Valley. You have to have a look to the right because there's a beautiful big cherry tree in full flower. All sorts of things in there. There's a snowball tree there and there's camellias, magnolias, spring flowers. There's a bridal veil tree right down the bottom of the path. Usually very quiet, very, very nice place. And here on the left of the train we've got the orchard. The Botanic Gardens are also a research establishment, so they are trialling fruit trees to see which grows best in our humid Auckland climate, which is a bit prone to getting pests in the trees. And further along here on the left we have the Awanui flowering cherries, which finished about a week ago. Absolutely stunning sight. rose garden area, and the first garden here on the left is a quite traditional English garden, really.
Purple garden.
with perfumed roses and hollyhocks and aquilegias and things I would expect to see in an English garden.
There's a dog. Puppy.
We were early for most of the roses, but if you look to the left, there's a trial bed, and there's a really interesting rose. The first rose you see, it's called Ink Spot. Doesn't look like a rose.
I like this one. I like the white ones and the white one and the pink one inside it. Can you remove? Puppy.
So if you look down to the left, you'll see a big open space, and that's the off-leash dog area. There are lots of dogs having lots of fun. As we turn the corner here, this is the remains of the original native forest, and there are paths through the area, so you can get to Total Park or come out at the end of Blossom Valley. You can get a leaflet from the visitor centre. This is one of the finest examples of lowland broadleaf conifer forest remaining in the area. For some reason they're trialling daylilies, but I don't know why. Further along they've got agapanthus, which is now classed as a noxious weed because it's spread so badly, and they've managed to breed a sterile agapanthus, so we can still have them in our gardens. And there's some really nice salvias as well. And the little garden we're passing now on the left, it's all ideas for hedging. It's also a trial garden, but it's giving you ideas for hedging. I'm just going to turn into the palm garden, so could I just remind you to make sure there's no heads or arms out of the window, thank you. This palm garden is New Zealand's largest public collection of palms, with our only native palm, the Nikau, represented alongside many cool tolerant palms from all over the world. And we want the palm garden to connect visitors to the diversity of palms, which are a very important economic crop. Palms are threatened by deforestation of tropical forests for urbanisation and agriculture, so we need to preserve this little area. we turn the corner, if you look out to the right, you see a fire lane, also built in 2019. Wedding photographs and lawn chairs. We've seen a gentleman who slept most of the day there.
I wish I went. You have a banana tree in our school. There's people. We're so far away from them.
I'm just going to turn back into the Native Ideas Garden now, the Manuka Garden. Still in flower. Red one's been in flower for ages, and now the pink one's coming into flower. And the archway on the left is called Entwined, like this small. It was a People's Choice from the 2019 sculpture exhibition and bought by the Friends of the Garden. I think it looks lovely there. The entrance, we just passed the entrance to the Harakiki Garden. They're doing quite a lot down there. They're building a weaving centre. And now we're coming into the perennial garden. they've done a lot of renovation work here over the winter, so it's not fully grown yet. But it's looking very nice. There'll be a lot of blue and purple to bring in the bees. Along the right of the train, behind the hedge there is an area that you can hire for weddings or birthdays. Just talk to the people on the desk. I'm just going to pass the entrance now to the Threatened Native Species Garden. Again, all to do with research, bringing threatened native plants in from the wild and rejuvenating them and then replanting them. And behind the brick wall over there is the edible garden, where vegetables and fruit are grown organically without using chemical sprays or manures. And it's to encourage us to grow our own vegetables. This brings us to the end of our ride. Thank you for coming on the Rambler today. I hope you've enjoyed your trip and will join us again sometime in the future. Could I ask you please to remain seated until we've stopped and Simon will help you out of the carriage. Thank you.